I thought for sure, I said to myself when I saw these that you had one of these things when we were kids that had the tie-dye things, and you just spin it around, but you hand do all this.
Yeah,
I mean, it's all hand done, and I just want to start with this black and white one, that way I can get it out of the way.
Yeah, pen and ink,
and put that on the screen. What would art style? What would you say, Kenny?
Like urban industrial.
Yeah.
You know, lots of shapes, lots of circles, and yeah, I was influenced by the graffiti. And when we were growing up, it was, remember Peter Max?
Oh yeah.
With the big bubble letters.
Yeah.
That's giving my age up, but
yeah.
And I always had that interest in it.
Well, I never knew, because I don't know if I guess most people do know that even to draw a circle and get it right is tough to do. And like you said, you hand do all these, because some of these that we're going to look at, Dap's going to put different ones. But I want to tell people, now's the time to get your artwork, because first of all, you're a living legend here in the area as far as guitar player. Everybody knows Kenny Jones. Okay. And I got to give you a plug. You're going to see this show. It's after the fact, but you're actually down at the Queen tonight.
And next week as well, which they will see it. Yeah. 2 weeks in a row. Sitting in for David Bromberg, which was really nice of him to ask him.
Well, that's what I was going to say when you're talking about David Bromberg saying, "Well, I need somebody to sit in for me. Let me get Kenny Jones."
Yeah, it was nice.
Oh, that's quite a compliment, because even though I'd like to see you and David go at it against each other.
We did that 2 weeks ago, and I think that's what got me the job.
Yeah, So he said, "Well, I found somebody that can play this stuff." So because you've been doing music for so many years, how long have you been doing the art?
I was just telling Brittany, I started back when I was in my late 20s, and then music took over. And when I've been sick, as you well know, for about 2.5 years, and couldn't sleep or was just restless, so I started painting again.
Right.
And in the last 2 years, I probably got 200 pieces. I paint all the time. I'm always painting.
It's a relaxation, is what it is.
It's very cathartic.
And you kind of get your feelings down on the things. They've got a bunch of paintings up here. I don't know if Daps just wants me to just keep passing through these, because they've got this one. I believe I could have done this one, Kenny. So, no.
You know what? And people say that.
Were you in a bad mood this day?
That was a troubled day,
yeah.
But that's more about colors and some of the textures and stuff, and if you really look at it. But I have people say, it looks like you just threw paint at it. Well,
that's what I was going to say. You can't move. You're not allowed to move. Brittany changed microphones with you. I like this now. This is, even the same thing. A lot of colors mixed in and everything, but you can actually see. Would you call it abstract a little bit?
Abstract, yeah. That's a real good way to label it. If we're going to label it, that's a good one.
It almost looks like a video game.
You like that, don't you?
Yeah, I like that one and the last one. I think it kind of looks like it's like Tetris type techno.
And I stopped framing them. I was framing them for a while, and people.
These are kind of the last two. I think are more for people that are like depressed and need some excitement in their life. just thought I'd bring that up.
Any kind of emotional outlet.
This one looks like I had a good day.
That was a good day.
Yeah,
I got everything on the table. I'm going to use everything in a picture. And I did.
Yeah. And let me get an idea. Cost-wise, because you do. How did all of a sudden Kenny says, "I've been painting all this year. Maybe I can sell some of these," because you're not the type that's gone out here and said, "Let me try to sell some of my paintings."
Right.
But maybe I can sell some of these, and they're good enough to sell them, frame and hang out. I mean, so
I've had some limited success with some. I did some online sales with some big pieces, and I don't do the big pieces anymore. They take a lot of work, and it's hard to price them. You sit down and you go, "How do I do this?" By hours, by the time. And it's been difficult to price them. So.
Yeah, like something like this. Now, what would you say there?
Those usually 11 by 14s, if they got a lot of color, anywhere from like $50 to $100, depending on.
Okay, we'll put that one over here. I like that one. That's kind of my style, happiness, and here's happiness, and
that's like a balloon.
And I smoked something that day. I'm not.
We're living in the same street.
Is it balloons or?
That's kind of what I was thinking, like balloons with like a kite thing happening.
Then what inspires it? I mean,
That's
it's because I know your music and your inspiration there. Does that come into play when you're art?
I think that does, but a lot of it has to do with emotion, like you say, how you're feeling. A lot of this stuff happens at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. So you're like,
when you have nothing to do.
It's either this or the QVC channel. So
yeah. Well, I never thought of that because I'm having the same difficulties right now getting some rest.
You should try painting.
And you brought us quite a. Oh, I love this. I love this.
And that's like a skyline.
Yeah, I was going to say kind of like a beach thing or
that's
something.
That's a skyline.
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking.
So I should go this way then. Is that?
Well, that's. Then
it'd be like a beach thing.
Turn it the other way and it looks another way. It's interpretive.
Yeah. So, but that's what's nice about the abstract.
Exactly.
I mean, you kind of can get your look on it and what you see there. I mean, there's different, and each one of them. I love the faces.
Well, I got a whole series of these.
These are good.
Yeah, I got like 30 of those with all the little moon faces or the happy face.
You got a couple of these, and I just love this. This tells me that Kenny had a good day these days.
That's called Hand. Have a nice day. H-A-N-D. A lot of colors, and I was thinking of my little girl.
I was going to say this reminds me. You're probably thinking of kids, and
that's it. Very good.
Yeah.
We got an art critic here.
I'm learning. I'm an artist. Yeah, I'm painting myself. I picked it up, and not quite as early as you did. I had a guy come on the show, and he said, "Hey, can you do this?" And I started painting. Next thing you know, I'm over at the art center, and I'm buying. I got easels. I'm
That's good. Yeah.
I mean, nothing. I haven't found something that I like yet. As far as, don't give me that 1 minute.
But you know, it took me 6 months to figure that out too. I didn't know what to do either. And finally, when I found the acrylic and the spray paint.
You got some other ones that's down here in front of and everything, but I want to get this one because this is framed out. I love the frame that you picked for it. It kind of goes with it, give you an idea. Now, will you do that for folks as well if they'd like for you to frame them?
I'll do framing and matting too. It's a little bit more expensive. Most people want to do it to fit their homes.
I'm excited for it. Now, I'm looking, Kenny, as I'm looking here, the one thing I don't see is how are you signing them?
And we just had that conversation. I'm afraid to sign the front because I don't want to mess up the work. So I usually sign the backs, or I'll sign a little card with a date on it.
But could you find some kind of way to sign, that it could be, that
I'm
it gives it that?
That. I'm looking for a stamp or something that would fit all the motifs and wouldn't mess the picture up.
Yeah.
Because right now, to me, it's just a picture.
Yeah, because
my signature's not.
Because I'm thinking of saying, if your art starts selling, I might just go in the garage and throw some things on there and dot this and that and say it's a Kenny Jones original. So you got to put your name on it, Kenny. I don't care where you put it, but you got to put your name on it, buddy. It's a pleasure. Don't forget about it. Of course, the music end of it's always great.
And all the stuff's on the website.
Yeah, website is what?
KennyJonesMusic.com.
Yeah, so you get the artwork, see so much more of it. If you like to order a piece, I've got this one here, 50 to 100, so we're in a negotiating price at this point.
It's affordable art.
Yeah, and it's affordable art, and from one of the guitar legends of our area, and just like art, it'll grow as it goes. Don't give me all that. I'm trying to plug my buddy Kenny. Catch him at the Queen next Thursday, Wednesday night. This Wednesday, next Wednesday night, as he's filling in open mic night. Kenny, thank you so much.
Thank you, Timmy.
Stay with us. Be right back right after this.